Hi everyone, Gray Power 60 here. Now, I put a notification on my community page. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Two things on there. I believe, did I put it on my community page? I hope I did. If not, I'm going to mention it now. I was surfing YouTube and I came across a channel, a small channel called the Craft Bookers Confetti Box. And she, by her accent, she sounded like she was from Australia. I could be wrong, or New Zealand, I could be wrong. However, she was going through what the crocodile is all about. I didn't know you could close it and lock it like that with this button. And then to open it, you push the button down. I don't know what the purpose is. We always leave them open. I think we all know about the way we can adjust for the hole to punch by sliding this. I didn't see that it's inches on one side, centimeters on the other. That's the bigger hole, that's the smaller hole. So if you work in inches or if you work in centimeters, it shows you there. I believe this says 1/8. So I think it moves 1/8 of an inch. And I believe on here it says, oh, is it 3 or 5/16? You know, they punch this in to the blackness and you can't see the numbers. 8/16. I've got a magnifying glass here. 3/16. 3/16. Really? Yep. So on the bigger hole, it moves, I guess, every 3/16. And on this side, I'm not sure. But anyway, so please go and check out her channel. I went on Google and found this cube chart. She refers to it. For those of us who have no idea how to use these eyelet pinchers, I don't know what else to call it. You just push it out and you can turn them, right? I didn't know, and again, I have to because of my eyes, use a magnifying glass. That is number 2, and it's written way down in there. Anyway, you can look it up yourself. So if you want to clamp a 3/16 eyelet, you have to put this one, which is apparently the top, which also has, that's A, B, if I'm not mistaken, C, and D, and they're little, I had no idea, believe me. So you would have to put it on A for the 3/16, and for the bottom, you put it on number 1. And again, I can't see these numbers. That's number 3. That's number 2. I can see the 2. And there's number 1. Punch these back in. And when you go to do your eyelet, you don't have to squeeze hard. It works. The other part that is really neat, I have washers with my eyelets. So if you want to put your washer on, you have to put this bottom one, is it written on here? God. Base, top, punch down this way. See, in the metal, it even shows you that, which I didn't know. This is the base, which is the bottom. So you want it to be on number 2. That is number 1. And that is number 2. And then, you know the little round washer that is, I don't have one handy. I wish I did. Just a minute. Sorry. I believe she shows it better. Please go check her video. I'll link it below. You remember I got these from, okay, so these are the bases. And I wonder if these are the eyelets that'll fit. Oh, I've got both in there. I've got the eyelet. Nope. No, just the eyelets in there. The washer. I don't know why I called it a base. Oh, that's... Let me see if I can get the right color. Because they're kind of all mixed up in here. And they're so tiny and so delicate. There we go. So those two match. Sorry, this is not what the video was going to be about, but I was so fascinated by all of this. Now let me grab, I'm sure somewhere in here I have got a piece of scrap. Okay, had to do some scrounging here. Let me close my window. I'm sorry if it was making noise earlier. I mean, this information is fascinating, especially when you can't see. And if you look, I'm sorry, let's see if I can get you. If you look, it shows you the direction that you're supposed to punch. That this is the base piece, and this is where the top goes, so you punch down here. All of this stuff I didn't know. I don't know if you knew, but I didn't know. So I'm going to punch a hole. These were tags that I made out of a master board that I made out of just scraps of scrapbook paper. So let me just punch a hole in. I know it's a little close to the edge. So we're going to put, I'm afraid that's going to be too small. Let's make it a bigger hole. There we go. I know it's close to the edge. But now my eyelet will fit in there. Okay, it'll fit in there. On the back, usually when you squish it, it's like prongs out. This is a washer that you put on like that. Now, what happens is when you use, now I don't know what size these are. If they're 3/6, I guess they're 3/16. Okay, so that means I need the top, which is this one. I need it to be on A. So there's A punched in there. There's A. Okay, so I'm going to be punching down. And I need for the eyelet and washer to be on number 2. So I have to find, that's number 1. See, I have to use a magnifying glass. That's number 4. That should be 3. That should be 2. Now here is the fiddly part, okay? When you put it in, apparently, now I've done mine a little different. I put the washer right on the eyelet, okay? And I'm going to try very hard to put those together and see if this is going to work, and squeeze. And it worked. Didn't work very good. That's the top. I'm going to put it in again, squeeze it down. So now this is the top of the eyelet. This is what you normally see. When you flip it over, there is, now it still didn't do a very good job on the washer. So maybe I should have done a better job than that, but let's see if I can do it one more time. I know it's the first time I'm doing that. I haven't experimented yet. That's a little bit better. But I can still feel the rough edges. So I'm going to have to experiment a little bit more. But now that I know that this is the top, which means that's where the eyelet goes in, and that is the bottom, which is where it spreads out, or you put the washer. There it is down there. Now, the only thing is I'm going to have to practice more often. So let us try it again. I don't know. How many of you have had trouble with your... Now, those are bigger washers. So let's go back. Because I got to practice, right, guys? I have to practice. Oops. So let me take out one of these. And oops. Sorry, I'm not being very precise because I like these washers simply because when you punch the eyelet, it spreads out the base of it. It spreads it out, and this just kind of gives it a finishing touch. So, again, I'm just leaving it on A and 2 because I'm doing this. No, maybe I should have put it on C and 4. Let me try it on, because I don't know if this is 1/8 or 3/16. Let me see here. Sorry, guys, I'm just checking this out. 3/16. So let's look at 1/8. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. But let's try this one just to see if maybe my measurements are wrong. So let's go with 4. Again, I have to use a magnifying glass. That's A. I need C. A, B, C. Okay. And I need 4. Right now it's on 2, 3, I hope I'm not breaking this. Okay. 2, that would be 3, and that is 4. Okay, and that is 4. Okay, let's try it this way. Maybe it'll work. Now, again, I put mine on here, and it seemed to fit well. It seemed to fit well. So this is the base, and that's the top. So I need to put the eyelet. I'm doing this totally upside down because I'm using a washer. Okay, and let's pinch. Oh, perfect. Perfect. This one here has a rough edge because I didn't do it right. And I should have, because my eyelets apparently are 1/8 eyelets. Wow. So I could do that again. That's the base and that's the top. So if I pop it in there, and punch it down. It did work. It's a little loose. So let me go back to, maybe it's a 3/16. So let's go back to A and 2. I'm sorry. I am just totally amazed by this whole process. This is the top, and I need it to be on, that's C. Ah, that's B. Okay, let's try this. So I need it to be, no, I need it to be on A. Sorry, I'm looking here. I was looking at the wrong one. I need it to be on A. So we'll pull it out gently and turn it, push it back in, and the top needs to be on 2. So that's 1. Pull it out a little bit. That's 4. That is 3. So this is 2. That's the bottom. So that would be the back, right? So if I put it on like this and press, that'll give me the same effect. So let me try it on this one that didn't actually work very well. Oh, it did flatten it down a little bit. It did flatten it down. I am just not good at these, but with this cube chart, I went on Google and I went memory keepers, crocodile cube chart, and this came out and I printed it off. So if you want to Google it. So now I don't have to feel afraid to play around with these eyelets. Yeah, cool. Now the only thing is I have these other eyelets that are so tiny. I don't know. Woo. See, I didn't even know how this thing opened. So obviously I'm going to have to put these all back. I don't know where I got these. I think I got them on Temu. I think I did. I don't want to lose them because I may need these tiny itty bitty ones. They look like 1/16 of an inch. I don't know. Sorry guys, this is a really boring video. I had too many things to show you. But please go and check out. This is a really tiny one. I don't know. Will this hole be too big for the eyelet? Gosh, I hope I've been in frame all this time trying to show you this stuff. Okay, where are you, little eyelet? This is a tiny, tiny little eyelet. Wow. Okay. So I have no idea. I'm going to give it a try. Nope, it's not going to be on that one. It's going to have to be on something small. So I'm going to go with this number here. I'm going to check it out again with the magnifier. Okay, so I'm going to put it on C. So it's this one. I'm going to put it on C. And it says 3. These are really hard to read. That's 4. That's 3. Okay. Now for this one, I don't have a washer. So all I'm doing is tucking it in, squeezing it down. Didn't work very good, did it? I'll have to practice. I guess you guys too will have to practice with these eyelets. Now that's better. That's going to work better. But I don't have a washer for these. Anyway, guys, that is it for me. I have to do a second video to talk about what I really wanted to talk about. Please go and check out her channel. She is much more organized. I just wanted to try this. I didn't know this existed. I didn't know how to use eyelets. I always screwed up. Yeah. So, learning about the crocodile, learning about all of the different, I didn't know it was centimeters. I didn't know it was inches. Here it even tells you 3/16. I guess each one moves over 3/16. This one here is the 1/8. Yeah. All kinds of stuff I didn't know. Engraved in the metal is an arrow going that way, meaning you have to use that as the top and that is the bottom and punch. And every one of these little cubes, every one of those cubes has a number or a letter. Who knew? The bottom has a number, the top has a letter. And that's the top and that's the base. That's the top and that's the base. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, I'm going on forever. I'm so sorry. But when I ran into her video, I was amazed. And I think she posted it 8 days ago. Please go check out her channel, The Scrapbooker Confetti Box. I'm pretty sure that is who it is. I will make the correction and editing if I have to. On Google, just Google, We Are Memory Keepers. We Are Memory Keepers. Crocodile cube chart. It will come up. You can print it off. If you may not, you may have known all this stuff. I didn't know. I didn't know I could squeeze it closed, push that button, and it's locked. Can go in your drawer, or squeeze it a little bit, push the button down, and it opens up. Like, I didn't know any of this stuff. Yeah, and I have never seen a video from We Are Memory Keepers to explain all of the details. If you guys have, please let me know in the comments, because I didn't know how to use it. Now, I am going to be searching for this, my big, huge crocodile. On, off, on, off. Whatever the heck does this mean, on, off? I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm going to have to really look at this machine and see, you know. I mean, I know I can move these things around. The poor thing is filthy. I can move this to, you know, whatever. That, if it goes right to the end, that's for your eyelets. If you come back here, the very end, that's your large hole. You go somewhere in the middle, that's your little hole. Right here, bang. Anyway, yeah, I'm going on, but I didn't know about this chart. I did not know about the details of my stupid machine, and I've had it for, I don't know how long, well, almost since I started, at least 4 or 5 years. 6 years? Must be at least 6 years. Anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for joining me. Sorry it was kind of a mess, but I really wanted to try it myself, because I always avoided eyelets because I was never good at it. And then I wondered about the washer. How does it work? How do you put it together? I didn't know. Now I know. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.